Howdy y'all. Hey, I was going to give you a little update on my late season food plot. You can kind of see here a lot of the greens have popped up. The deer have been nipping at them, but I really think they like the oats the most. Well, maybe the peas if they can find them. There's peas that are kind of scattered around and through here, but for the most part they have picked them on out of here. Now, I've been having trouble with the deer coming in at night. There's a few that will come in during the day, so I thought, well, I'll get me a spinner feeder and kind of set it, light in the evening and heavier early morning. And I don't know if it's helped much so far. I moved that box feeder round to the back. Here's where I put the little box feeder over here on the backyard. It's right next to my RV and by a fence, but they jumped the fence right over here. I decided I'd put in some clover, so I kind of scratched the ground up a little bit with the disc and do some clover into it. I've had a couple of little rains on it, but it hadn't really popped up just yet. Them clover seeds is mighty fine. You can't really get them much more than a 1/4 inch or they'll stall out on you, so I didn't want to cover them up too much. They do something called frost seeding, where they'll throw it out late winter, and then the action of the frost heaving will just bury the seed a little bit. That's all you need, and then it'll be first up in the spring. I don't know if you can tell, but these oats almost look like they've been mowed by a lawnmower or something. The deer really do seem to like the oats, I must admit, and they've been coming in and keeping them a little mowed down. I don't know how well you can kind of see that or not, but the tips have been kind of mowed off of them. Anyway, I put this little water pan. This is kind of a, I guess, Rubbermaid. It's not a hard plastic. I put that in, and the deer have actually used it. There's a couple of deer got in a knockdown, drag-out fight out here in this oat patch. And boy, their tongues were hanging out afterward, and the winner went over there and got him a drink. Anyway, I got this little spinner feeder going here, and the little camera there watching it. And then over here is the blind right behind that yopon. And so I've been watching them in the mornings. But so far, my number 1 and number 2 buck have just been nocturnal. Anyhow, if any of you got any ideas about how to turn a nighttime feeding buck into a daytime feeding buck, I'd sure like to hear it, because sure enough, I got the nocturnal deer feeding blues.